Good morning. How's everybody doing? I am bringing you some valuable information as it becomes available. And I thought this was the best way to do it in the form stream. This will be a question and answer. Hi, Nikki. How are you? J&J and AJ Gaming Squad, welcome. So I am wanting to talk about coronavirus and some things that you should know. I pulled up a couple of websites. I don't know if everybody is aware of these websites, but if not, I want to make sure that I make everybody aware of them. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My baby girl um, has been having a fever for days, so that has been keeping me up over the last couple of days. So I've been just kind of giving my attention to that. Hi, Candy C. How are you? And JJS Mix Vlog, welcome to this live stream. This is a very serious live stream, even though I'll be doing my juicing as scheduled for this morning. I know, yeah, because, but I have to keep reminding myself that even though there's been some local cases and everything, we need to still pay attention to things, and we need to. There's a heightened worry, not worry, but there's still just a heightened, alert. I should say an alert. So I wanted to. What made me want to do this particular live instead of my juicing live is because every morning I go to the creator dashboard, and there was a special update in our creator dashboard, and it was just basically giving some information. So I've listed the websites to everything that I'm going to talk about. This particular one that I want to read to you and talk about first is coming from YouTube Creator Blog, because that's the one that I saw first. And as I know things, I try to inform my community about them. And hopefully, as you guys know them, you will go and take them to your communities as well, because this is very valuable information. Hi, Loving Jock. How are you? I believe this is your first time too here. Victory begins in the garden. Welcome. So I just wanted to, like I said, just touch bases. I am going to read directly what is in the YouTube creator, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time before I actually get into it. That way I don't have to continue. But as I always do when I bring you guys valuable information, as I give you the direct source from where I got it from. So in the description box, you will see that there are 3 links. And like I said, one is from this YouTube that I just found out. See, I don't even know that they had a blog, and that was listed on the dashboard. So it really, if you are a content creator, you really, really should be informed about how to navigate in Creator Studio, because it's rich. It's very, very rich for the creator. And then I have listed in the description box the World Health Organization, or most people refer to it as the WHO, and then also the CDC. And what that is the Center for Disease Control. Center for Disease Control, and they are constantly keeping us. It actually is Center for Disease Control and Prevention. So there's some very valuable information that we can inform ourselves on about not just the coronavirus, but what's going on in the world, as far as keeping abreast or informed about the things we may need to know. Hi, R3 Health. How are you? Hi, Donna Ree. If you guys have the ability to share this stream out, please do so, because it's basically, and I'm going to change the title too to public service announcement because I don't really do a whole lot of public service announcements about different things, but it's in my area, you guys. So, it's not that, and plus I've been getting hit by all kinds of alerts. I got hit by an alert from the children's school, constantly being my alerts set on for everything. So there's so many things that are actually coming. Larita, good morning. How are you? So if you have the ability to share the stream out, please do so. And don't forget to like up the stream as well. Yeah, it's spreading, you guys. It really is. I'm not saying this because I want anybody to get into a panic. I'm not really in a panic. Time it's better to be safe, like R3 Healthy is saying, and it's also good to be informed. That way, if you are in the know, the street information, you'll be like, no, that's not what that's about. You will be able to make informed decisions based on the truth and not on something you heard. So that's why I include the websites to the information so you could actually read it yourselves. But get over to, if you are a content creator and you in my life, get over to your dashboard and make sure you are very familiar with that because this YouTube content creator blog is what I found out today. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Let me see how many people's in here. It doesn't really matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. We're about 7 minutes in. Maybe I should give it a little bit of more time. But or if they don't, so many people play my lives back. I'm not gonna wait. So according to the YouTube creator blog, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. This was made March 11th, 2020. An update on creator support and resources. It says, Dear artists, creators, and artists, over the past several weeks, as we've all seen the growing crisis around the coronavirus, we at YouTube have been thinking about how these developments might affect you. We often say that you are the heart of YouTube, and during this difficult time, we wanted to share how we're working to help and support you. Keeping our community informed. There's a lot of uncertainty right now, and we understand the importance of helping people find authoritative sources of news and information. We're using our homepage to direct users. This is the website that I was telling you about, World Health Organization, or WHO, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, and other local authoritative organizations around the world to ensure and easily find update. Also, donating inventory to governments and NGOs in impacted regions who are using it to spotlight timely, helpful information. Remains our top priority to provide information to users in a responsive way. Of this outbreak, we've worked to prevent misinformation associated with the spread of the virus. We're also rating authoritative sources and search of recommendations and showing information panels on relevant videos. YouTube will continue to quickly remove videos that violate our policies when they are flagged, including those that discourage people from seeking medical treatment or claim harmful substances have health benefits, claim that harmful substances have health benefits. Finding trustworthy content is especially critical as news is breaking. and we'll continue to make sure YouTube delivers accurate information for our users. So I thought that was pretty good stuff. So that is the reason why I decided to include both of these, very informative, and I'll read a couple of things from there too. Not too much. Hi, Blood X. Welcome to the live. How you doing this morning? So this is the reason. And basically, if I read this correctly, what YouTube is saying is that they are screening uploads that talk about this virus. So that's good because people to get into a panic and a frenzy either, because that doesn't help anybody. But what they want is, because you have to focus here. These keywords say responsive. They say authority organization. So what that means, organizations that they are relying on the know to be able to give information. So that's what they mean. So they're doing their best to, who are saying, you know what, don't take your child to the doctor, or you know what, don't trust this, don't trust that, don't trust this, that, and the other thing. That's what this is saying. So YouTube is screening what goes out. This is why I'm not just giving my opinions here. I am reading to you exactly what this says, because it's not about my opinion right now. What it is about you as a content creator from here being informed on what's going on in the world around you. Now, you can have your own opinion about what you think is going on. That's your own opinion, and you are entitled to that. But it will pay to be informed. Hi, the Creative Creole. And let me see. Yeah. So that is what YouTube is saying. Now I want to head over to the World Health Organization, or WHO. The website is who.int. And of course, along the front page of that is stuff about the coronavirus. But what I want to get to is what it says right here on the page. This was dated March 3rd, 2020. It says, need these supplies and more to protect themselves and others from COVID-19. Oh, before I get into that, let me tell you what some of the names. Let's read the definition. And this is found on the World Health Organization too, that is also listed in the description box. It says, viruses are a large family of viruses that cause illness, ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases such as Middle East respiratory syndrome, or the short name or version for it is MERS, slash, or not even a slash, but a hyphen, COV, COV. And then severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, or hyphen COV. A novel coronavirus, or NCOV, is a new strain that has not been previously identified in humans. So it says coronaviruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. Detailed investigations found that SARS-CoV was transmitted from COVID cats to humans, and MERS-CoV from dromedary something, DROMEDARY, camels to humans. So this was transferred from the cats to humans on the SARS-CoV, and then on the MERS-CoV, it was transferred from camels to humans. So that's why there's two different names. And that's in the Middle East. One, the MERS is refers to Middle East respiratory syndrome. And the other one is the severe, and that was transferred from the cats to the humans. So this is information that you guys need to know. This is stuff that you need to arm yourself with. Um, I'm just coming back to the chat. It's crazy. All the news development just overnight. Yeah. Um, yes. Yes, yes, yes. And there's more. And I'm sure there's going to be even more to come. Common signs, and this is what we need to pay really, really close attention to. The common signs of infection include respiratory symptoms, fever, cough, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties. In more severe cases, infections can cause pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, kidney failure, and even death. So, those are the signs that we want to pay attention to. And I know that in several lives that I've been to, including the Creative Creole, we were talking about how these signs and symptoms resemble the flu, or in most cases, a lot of us in our homes, like my home, my particular home, I ain't talking about no one else's home, we have asthma and allergies. And so, what I just read to you, those signs before you get to the kidney failure and the death and the pneumonia, but respiratory symptom, cough, fever, that's pretty common stuff when you talk about children in this time of the year. But we just want to give the particular or more attention when we start to see these signs because of what's going on around us. Standard recommendations to prevent infection spread includes, this is very important as well, very, very important. Take note of what is being said on the World Health Organization website. It says to prevent infection spread, include regular hand washing, covering mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, thoroughly cooking meat and eggs, avoid close contact with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing and sneezing. Well, I got two family members right now that is into that. So I have definitely been making sure that we have increased our hand washing. We've increased it. Um, I've always had pretty good hygiene. I've always made sure that we've had things that are readily available, even though a lot of people are saying right now, well, hand sanitizer don't kill everything. It's better than just if you're out there with nothing. So I keep it. I always have it on me, but I do believe that soap and water is best. I, I believe that with all my heart and soul. But like I said, if you out there um, and you got children, I don't like going to public restrooms because a lot of times that's where a lot of things are. And so I like to have my own stuff that I can just go out to my car. I even carry a little bottle of hand sanitizer in my purse. I always, there's not a day that I don't leave out of this house with some wipes. Wipes been on deck since the first child was born 32 years ago. So I've always had those kinds of things on me. But I will tell you that because there are people that have gone into a panic, it has caused me and my home to stock up just a little bit more on necessities. Because, for example, tissue, even though our water is working fine and we really don't need to be stocking up on water, you just never know. So these are things that we should probably have anyway. But I did go ahead and get some extra tissue because I'm not that kind of person that likes alternatives. So since they were flying off the shelves, I did go ahead and get some extra stuff. Um, and what else did I do? I think there might be a list, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look at it or look that up. So now I'm going to get over into this is the CDC, and this website is also listed in the description box. But on the front page, I'm going to see which one should I say. Okay, so here it is. This is the one that I'm going to get into about milk. So the first one, older, like that's us because um, we are considered the higher risk of people, and it'll probably tell you, but people who have chronic illnesses, that actually does include asthma and allergies. So it says here, when I click on that one, if you are at high risk of getting very sick from COVID, you should. And then the very first thing at the top says stock up on supplies. So I'm going to touch that and see what it says. Have supplies on hand. Contact your healthcare provider to ask about obtaining extra necessities, um, medications to have on hand in case there is an outbreak of COVID in your community and you need to stay home for a prolonged period of time. So there is a reason why people are stocking up. We didn't know that because I'm just now reading that. So this comes from the CDC, and they're saying have supplies on hand. And they said contact your healthcare provider to ask about obtaining extra necessaries. I don't know what that is. Anyway, medications to have on hand in case there is an outbreak in your community and you need to stay in the house for a prolonged period of time. If you cannot get extra medications, consider using mail order for medication. Be sure you have over-the-counter medicine and medical supplies. So I know yesterday, the Creative Creole, you were saying that people were getting angry about their supplies and stuff. And I didn't read this before today, so I'm happy to see you. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Hi, AKA James, Trendorama. Welcome. So this is the reason, you guys. It says it in the CDC to stock up. So this is the reason why. And and it's not saying to fill your house up with these things or clear the shelf. It's just saying have on hand these extra supplies. And this is kind of like some stuff we should do anyway. I'm thinking because um, in the event that there is an emergency, you should have a first aid kit, and some of these other things you should have. If you cannot get extra medication, I already read that, consider mail order. Be sure you have over-the-counter medicine, and medical supplies to treat fever and other symptoms. Most people will be able to recover from COVID-19 at home. Oh, it says at home. Let me read that again. Be sure you have over-the-counter medicines and medical supplies, tissues, etc., to treat fever and other symptoms. Most people will be able to recover from COVID-19 at home. That was read from the CDC, Center for Disease Control. Have enough household items and groceries on hand so that you will be prepared to stay at home for a period of time. Take everyday precautions Take everyday precautions. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Take everyday preventative actions. Clean your hands often. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing, or having been in a public place. If soap and water are not available, use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. So people have been talking about why the alcohol have been disappearing off the shelves. That's why. At least 60%. So if you can't find hand sanitizer, then you're going to get alcohol. Alcohol is known for cleaning and cleansing. So that's the reason why the alcohol is flying off the shelves. To the extent possible, avoid touching high touch surfaces in public places, elevator buttons, door handles, handrails, handshaking with people. Use a tissue or your sleeves to cover your hand and fingers if you must touch something. Wash your hands after touching surfaces in public places. Avoid touching your face, nose, eyes, etc. Clean and infect your home to remove germs. Practice routine cleaning of frequently touched surfaces. Example, tables, doorknobs, light switches, handles, desks, toilets, faucets, sinks, and cell phones. Your cell phone that you have in your hand all the time, make sure you keep that clean. Avoid crowds, especially in poorly ventilated spaces. Your risk of exposure to respiratory viruses like COVID-19 may increase in crowds. Closed in settings with little air circulation if there are people in the crowd who are sick. Avoid all non-essential traveling. Avoid all non-essential travel, including plane trips, and especially avoid embarking on cruise ships. If COVID-19 is spreading in your community, take extra measures to put distance between yourself and other people to further reduce your risk of being exposed to this new virus. Stay home as much as possible. Consider ways of getting food brought to your house through family, social, or commercial networks. I use Instacart. Let me see who's in here. Hi, Antoinette. How are you? You going to work now? Y'all be safe. I hear you. Um, yeah. Um, so these are the reasons. Happy Thursday, Antoinette. It's important. It is very important. Um, it's not a joke. I'm from Brazil. Spread love for all. I agree, Jackie. I agree. Um, how much respect, Green Organic Love, will you be demonetized for this live stream? Why would I be demonetized for this live stream? Um, I hope not, for informing my community about what's being directly read from the CDC. Is this a reason for demonetization? So I'm reading. I am not putting in my personal opinions, but let me see. I am reading things directly from the, let's see, because now I'm thinking updates to monetization for Corona. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm reading something sensitive, is it? We know you, man. Oh, just the video won't be monetized. I think I knew that before I did that. So it's gonna be okay. So this particular live probably won't be monetized, and I'm okay with that. But there's no demonetization. Just because reading informed related updates. So I'll get back to that. Let me finish. Let me finish reading what I was reading, and then I'll make a informed decision on whether to keep going or not. But informing my community about things that you do. What is COVID-19, and what are the signs and symptoms? And it's not some outlandish stuff that I've been seeing too. So let me finish this up. I just wanted to go back there and just kind of read that, but I'm not afraid of informing my particular community on YouTube and elsewhere about what is being said. These are not my personal opinions. They are also being read. I have that in the description box on where I'm getting this information from. So I'm going to continue to go on, you guys. So I'm not afraid of that. Watch for symptoms and emergency warning signs. Let's get back into that. Oh, before I do, it says determine who can provide you with care if your caregiver gets sick. So those are some decisions that you should be able to decide. So the second or this last subheading says watch for symptoms and emergency warning signs. Pay attention for potential COVID-19 symptoms, including fever, cough, and shortness of breath. If you feel like you are developing symptoms, call your doctor. It says call. If you develop emergency signs for COVID-19, get medical attention immediately. In adults, emergency warning signs. This is in adults. Difficulty breathing or shortness of breath. Persistent pain or pressure in the chest. New confusion or inability to arouse. Bluish lips or face. So, okay. So it didn't say for children. That was for adults. Warning signs for an adult. This list is not all inclusive. Please contact your medical provider for any other symptoms that are severe or concerning. So let me see. My information live on coronavirus that I did yesterday was not able to be monetized. I'm okay with it. And I knew that. And that's what I just read on the blog. So I do also am here for things that are surfacing that might not be true. That's, the creative Creole, that's what I do. I don't like spreading things around that might be a guess or um, you know what I mean, on these YouTube streets. I like to be informed. So, hi, Shanice. How are you? As told by Tina, hello. I'm reading information directly off the CDC and the WHO. Why it's not being monetized? Because um, it's about controversial issues. And the reason why is because the AdSense, there are certain ads they won't place on your video. So that's what being monetized basically means, that you are a YouTube partner with AdSense. AdSense are the ads that go on your videos to help you make money. So when we say that the video may not be monetized, that's what we're saying. There are ads there that won't be placed on this particular live or video um, because it talks about controversial issues or issues that are, you know, they just won't do it, and I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. Informing my community about what's going on in the world or what's going on in their own communities is more important to me than a few cents that I could get off this live. So I'm okay with that. So let me see. I believe advertisers will not place ads on certain events, and I'm okay with that. Because this is stuff that we need to know, you guys. Um, we already know about hand washing and regular routine, keeping your house clean type stuff. But this is the extra information that we need to know. We need to know what we need to stock up on because we're not going out here just trying to fill up your house out of a crazy panic. We're going out there making sure if we have any kind of chronic illnesses that we have extra medications on hand because these um, places might be too busy to accept us right away, or we might not be able to go out into the public if this particular, like in my area, I think LA and the OC, Orange County, have declared state emergencies. This is within a 2-hour radius of my where I live at. And so um, I have been getting these alerts from my school. I have been getting these alerts from my community. So I'm a little bit more concerned now than when I first heard about it and it wasn't in my community. And that's pretty typical. When it starts becoming more real to you, people start taking more precautions. And so I feel like my family, because a couple of months ago, I went to the doctor because I have a daughter with, there's several of us in here with asthma, including me. But my 15-year-old, because of the weather change, and this is typical every year, was having some asthma related issues. So when I went to take her to the doctor, so she could be excused from PE for about a week, I then got extra stuff, extra medication, an extra inhaler, and stuff like that for her. And I think it was a month or so before I did that for my son because he has really bad allergies as well. So this household is stocked. We have everything we need here. The Creative Creole is saying, I dealt with this weeks ago when I covered a controversial topic, not stopping my from putting out info, especially on coronavirus, as I did yesterday. Yeah, I monetized friend come and make friendship in Brazil. Okay, so yeah, um, Jackie is networking as we speak, and I'm okay with that. But we need to focus on the information at hand. So I'm going to open this up to you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to ask. If I can go and refer to either the YouTube blog, the World Health Organization, or the CDC, I will be happy to answer information that has been provided on there. Otherwise, as a disclaimer, this information is not from me. Yeah. So arm yourselves, you guys. Arm yourselves. The information is out there. Arm yourselves with the correct information. Do not be getting information that you heard. Go out there and read it for yourself. I provided the links in the description box, and make sure you just do your best to stay informed and in the know so that you will be in the know. And that's just plain and simple. So you will be in the know. I didn't know why people was getting out here purchasing everything off the shelves, but now I know. I know that now because the CDC is recommending that you do so. The CDC is saying be stocked just in case there is an outbreak in your community and you can't get out or you don't want to get out. Just in case. For example, I'm going to tell you, I'm not gonna tell you where she work at or nothing, but my daughter, one of my adult daughters, um, works in the Orange County area that has declared the state of emergency. That whole corporation is closed and all its employees is working remotely. So that's a good idea on how it's going in my area. So, like I said, once again, be informed. I can't even get those items online. Many are out of stock. Yes. I wipe the rest of the water out because I have a big family. I don't have time to play around, even though my sinks are working. Um, the water is working, and if we have to get water, I can get it right out of the sink. But at the same time, you don't know. And that's the whole thing. You don't know. Don't be in a panic though, but just walk in a way that you are informed and you are stocked. So I live also in an area that has fires frequently. We have fire season and earthquakes. So I'm always prepared. All I did was went out there. I have a stuff in my car, and I have stuff in a locked location in my house. I have a whole closet that's dedicated to extra supplies because I don't want, like, my kids don't care. They'll be like, oh, look what I found. Look at these extra bars. Target had some bars on sale yesterday, so I did get like another 6 boxes, just because they're constantly snacking and stuff. But I did get a couple of extra just to put in our in my car, and in my closet area that has some extra things. So that's all I wanted to say, you guys. Um, if you think that the information that was provided in this stream is shareable, share it out. If you feel comfortable sharing this information on your channel, do so. Because a lot of people don't know about the World Health Organization. A lot of people don't know about the CDC, Center for Disease Control. And a lot of people don't know about the YouTube creator blog, because I just found out about it. I promise you, right just this morning. And it's right on your Creator Studio dashboard, which is what caught my attention. That caught my attention so quick, you guys. I promise you. Because today I was going to jump on here, do my juicing video, but then I was going to come back and talk about the new things on YouTube. There's a lot of new stuff going on YouTube. So I was going to talk about that a little bit later on as well. So thank you so much, The Creative Creole, and thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and end this live right now. I do understand, because if I would have read a little bit farther down on the creator blog, it already says that the um, that you that the video won't be monetized. It already says that this information is sensitive and it wouldn't be monetized. And I'm, like I said, I'm completely okay with it. I'm okay with that, because we need to be informed. I learned a few things myself just by reading it out loud, and now I know why people are stocking up. So any questions, comments, or concerns, you guys? Are there any questions that I can answer anyone directly from these websites, or did you guys just want to go check them out yourself? You should be familiar with them, because even though coronavirus is making the news, I noticed there's a list of a whole lot of other stuff on there. So I'm going to familiarize myself with the other stuff too. And I'm going to go ahead and end this live in about, I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out. I wanted it to be an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out to about 45 minutes. So have a good day, everybody. I hope that this live helped you to see things that maybe you didn't see, or understand things you didn't understand about the coronavirus itself. So enjoy your day. And don't forget to like up the live, y'all. Like up the live, y'all. All right. Bye, everybody.